Okay. Let's start this off right. Come on, baby. Let's do it. Let's start this off right. Come on. That's why you lost versus Apple Music. West Side, Apple Music Killers. You know who the realest is, niggas. We bring it to you. Woo! We back. First off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim. YouTube, when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I cancel subscription. We bust on Apple Music. Niggas fuck for life. Plus, fuck you trying to see me weak. Hearts I rip. Apple Music copyright. Yeah, some more gas bitches. Yo. What's going on? It's your boy FRE$H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel. And we are back, baby. We love, baby. After a 90-day hiatus, we are back live on the main channel. I kept my other channel up just in case this happens again. I have no idea what possibilities the future will hold, so I just kept it up for now. But we are back now. For those that are new to subscribing since 90 days ago, and for those that don't know, if you haven't checked already, I got a copyright strike when I did a live video, basically reacting to the Gucci Man Jeezy versus match, because that's part of the culture. And as a black man in the United States, that's part of the culture that I grew up understanding that. So Apple Music sent out a copyright complaint to YouTube that stopped me from going live. Like, I could still post videos, but I couldn't go live no more. So we are back, and I asked people to give me some questions, and I took some questions for this. This live is probably going to be an hour at most, because I just want to get back used to going live and communicating back with everybody. But I'm going to list the topics, and then I'm going to start shouting people out who are in the room already. I appreciate everybody for being in the room. We're going to get straight to it. You know how I do, man. I'm not holding back nothing. All right, so here's the topics that we're going to talk about, and then I'm going to, after we finish talking about these topics, I'm going to ask you guys if you have any questions or anything like that. So the first topic, of course, is going to be Colombia. My current thoughts, what's been going on. If you guys have any questions on Colombia, we'll answer it after I give you a brief intro to Colombia current thoughts. The next topic we're going to talk about is the Mexico property. As some of you have seen, I'm getting ready to work on starting a process to buy a property in Playa del Carmen, and I'll get more into that around that time. Miami update. As you guys know, I've been going back and forth to Miami, to my Miami condo for the longest. If you've been here with me for the whole journey, you understand that the journey that it took me to actually acquire the property in Miami, and you understand, and you've seen the videos. I just dropped one yesterday for you guys. Hopefully you check it out. Then we're going to get into a little financial talk as far as what has been happening with different things that people should know about wealth, about finance, about jobs, about all that stuff. And then last, I'm going to give you some stock updates, because I've been like, in this whole 90 days, the last video I posted, I told you guys I was going to invest in Bitcoin, and I told you guys I was going to invest in GameStop. That was one of the last videos I posted that was live. And since then, I've invested in a whole lot more stocks. I'll tell you how much I made off of Bitcoin. I'll tell you how much I made off of other stocks. So let's get into the first topic after I shout everybody out. All right. Nick, what's going on, Nick? GC in the building. I see you. Whiskey. Honest Tomato, what's up? Who else in here? Travel Squad. Okay. Yeah, man. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. When you get out, homie, I got out on the 4th, man. I could have did something last night, but I wanted to wait to Cinco de Mayo. Shout out to Cinco de Mayo. Going the week after next. We're gonna figure out where you're gonna go the week after next too. Next travel destination. That's gonna be a question. Remind me after we go. We're gonna go briefly through these other topics, and then we're gonna come back to questions, because this is basically for everybody to catch up for the 90 days we've been out. I'm going to Medellin in a few hours. There are a couple of pros on the suites. Yeah, we're gonna get into Colombia first. That's gonna be the first topic we talk about. Good. What's going on? Good riddance. What's going on, man? Chestnut Dr. Dre, what's up, man? DMV in the building. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, you gotta get someone during the day. Definitely, Gusto's is open. See, that's why I like doing lives also, because even if I can't give you the answer, there's somebody in the live that you can communicate with that may be there already, that may know how things operate and all that stuff. What are your income streams currently? We're gonna go into that. Yo, what up? What up? What's going on? Okay, we're gonna start with Colombia soon. I just want to shout everybody out first. All clubs are doing day parties. I got to figure out where. Oh, you mean like in Colombia? All right, we get to that. Also the best travel channel for Black. I'll get into some people that I think is good too. And brothers, we got a lot of questions. Hey, we here. We got an hour. We got. Danny, what's up, man? Where you been, man? What's good, man? Sleepers in London. Hey, listen. I thought London was bad, but I've been following Canada, bro. London, you guys got it okay. Going to Playa del Carmen Saturday. Appreciate. Okay. And last, niggas back at it. Okay, so let's start with the intro. Let's start with the stuff. Let me start with the stuff. All right. So the first thing we're gonna talk about Colombia. Okay. For all those that remember, and for those that don't, I originally said I wanted to purchase a property in Barranquilla, Colombia. Now, to give you guys a backlog about me, if you don't know yet, I own two houses in New Jersey, and I own a condo in Miami. So I already own property in the States, and my next venture was going to be international. Now, Colombia was my ideal place to go. Emphasis on was. The one thing that changed my mind was how the government reacted to the pandemic in Colombia. Yes, the people are beautiful. I mean, beautiful as far as nice. The women, of course, hands down. The activities I could have did, hands down. Certain places, but for me, the most important thing is my freedom. And when I say my freedom, I mean my ability to move around the way I want to move around. And even when they limited that in the States, there were other states that you can go to. When they limited in New Jersey and the tri-state area, because besides California, New Jersey and New York got hit the hardest with the lockdowns and stuff, I was still able to go to Houston. I was still able to go to Texas. I mean, I was still able to go to Florida. I was still able to go to Atlanta. And these places didn't have the same things. So it was an option of freedom. But as Colombia progressed during the time of and mind you, and when I was going to buy Colombia, I'm spending $60,000 to $70,000 on a place, on a condo that was a 2-bedroom, and I did the research and everything. I was going to spend $60,000 to $75,000. I get a tissue, Xavier. I was going to spend $60,000 to $70,000. All right, wipe your nose, put it in the garbage. I was going to spend $60,000 to $75,000 on a condo in the north of Barranquilla around 84th Street. You see, I did all the research. I knew where to stay. I knew the connections. I knew what I needed to make. Put it in the garbage. I'm doing a video. I knew all that stuff. So, but when the government did what they did, I knew it's time to choose something different. Now, as far as Colombia right now, as you guys know, let me share the screen with you guys. Hold on a second. As you guys know, it's bedtime. It's bedtime. Close the door. All right. As you guys know, in Colombia right now, it's a lot of protests. There's a lot of Xavier, go use you don't have to keep telling me. Wipe your nose, put it in the garbage, and go in your room. It's bedtime. Come on. You guys know my son is always here when I'm here. He lives with me during the school year. All right, so you guys know it's a lot of protests. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening in Colombia, and regardless of how much you love a country, regardless of how much you close that door, Xavier, regardless of how much you want to go to a place, you have to think what first. You don't have to, but for me, I always think about two things first: my safety and my freedom. And right now, I don't feel as though it's the best time to go to Colombia. Well, let's say I'm going to majorly say Bogota, Cali, or Medellin. All right, so let's go get some of your questions. I want to go at the same times. Anybody got any questions about Colombia? Any comments about Colombia? Let's see. Oh, we're gonna get to that next when I talk about Mexico. What neighborhood and zone of Colombia? I was going to do Estrada 6 or 5, but it was going to be in around the area of 84th and 50th Street in Barranquilla. I was looking in that area. I had a couple of places. I had started to. All right, use the tissues on your table. It's tissues on your table. I was going to look for a realtor and all that stuff. And like I said, when as an investor, I'm okay. Drink your water. As I told you before, I own real estate in the States. Now, yes, the states are way different than any other country. Yes, but the basic principles are always the same. How you do your research, who you connect with, how you invest, whether you invest in your state or in your country or outside of the country, those principles are always going to be the same. So I went to look for a realtor. I went to connections to people who I watched videos and asked people who really were from other countries and purchased in Colombia. And even though prices are low right now and the Colombian peso is almost 4-1 with the United States dollar, the government and what happened, hadn't tell me now. Let me see. You have to go to Jeezy. I've been to both of those already, man. I got videos up there of Rio de Janeiro, Copacabana, and Sao Paulo on my channel. We're doing it right over here, bro. By June 21st, we should be dope. Let me see. Started the tax increase on poor. Yes, that was one thing. They protested and they backed up the tax. Yes, that was the other thing too, man. It is the worst in Cali, and like I said, shout out to Love Crossing Borders because Love Crossing Borders, Andre and Andrea from Love Crossing Borders are actually in Cali. So I kind of hear information that they say from other people, as well as my friend DJ Chisel, who goes back and forth to Cali every now and then. He's supposed to be going next week, but the airports had just closed and they opened back up in Cali, Colombia. Let's see. We're gonna talk about Colombia for 2 more minutes, and we move to the next one. The women, the best pros you ever seen, and I heard mansions in Colombia, solid 10s. Okay, I'll give you a quick, since we talk about that, anything about Colombia. In my opinion, Colombia has the most attractive women. Most meaning the higher majority. Like if you pick 10 women in Colombia, about 7 to 8 of them are going to be 7s and higher. Brazil has probably the most attractive women, the as far as how good they look I've ever seen. So like Brazil, I have 13s and 14s, but if you average it out, because there's a lot of 1s and 2s in Brazil, also it'd be less than what it would be in Colombia. Let's see. Yeah. I've heard, man. I've heard some bad things about Cali, man. As far as right now, I mean, I heard there's beautiful people there, but I've heard some bad things about it right now. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with everybody because we got 1 minute left. And we're going to switch to the next one. We'll get back to this at the end if anybody has any questions on it. Cartagena, yes, Cartagena is definitely not as bad as other cities. Okay, but you're right, brother. On real estate, you do an FHA and put 20% down, rule of thumb. Honestly, right now in real estate, we're gonna get to it real quick. I'll breeze back to it. But right now in the States, you got to put down at least 10%. You can't. Before, when I bought my first my first property, I put down 5%. When I bought my second property, I put down 15%. But when I bought my third property in Miami with during the coronavirus, I had to put down 30%. So it's tough, man. Right now, if you at least as little as you can put down, you should put down if you're gonna get a place and hopefully get a duplex because that's what you want to do. You want to be able to rent one side and the other side. Who was the guy that got killed there? Are you talking about Barranquilla, Colombia? Because if you are, I believe his name was Timothy Reed. I actually tried to do some research on it because there was a lot of people speaking on it. But for me, I'm a type of person, and I don't knock anybody else, but I'm a type of person, unless I have all of the research, I'm not going to speak on somebody because I'm not cut from that cloth where you speak on something you don't know everything about. But I will say I felt sad about it, but from what I did hear or what I did research from looking at his page, I would move a little bit differently. Me personally, I move a lot differently actually from what I see on his page. And his page, one of his page releases are Q Reed. So QUAREED is one of his pages that I believe is his page rather, because it's so far back. And I saw videos of him in it. That's the only thing I can go by by the videos that I seen with him talking and his page. So based on that, I move differently, but I'm still listening. DJ Chisel, what's going on? Shout out to Chisel in the building. This is what I was telling you about. Is going to Colombia, Cali next week. So that's that. Medellin isn't that bad. All right. So we're gonna go to the next topic, everybody. We'll come back to that topic. I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. We're gonna go to the next topic. All right. One last one. Do you get pros in Colombia, or is it not necessary? Women do approach you. You can also get pros if you don't have the time. I do both, so it doesn't matter to me. All right, so the next thing we want to talk about, everybody, we got 50 people in the room. I hope you guys hit that like button. Let's get back to these lives. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is my transition and what from wanting to purchase a property in Colombia to deciding to first purchase my first international property in Mexico. Now, as most of you guys know, during the quarantine last year, I did a black man's guide to Quintana, Mexico. Now, for those that don't know Quintana, Mexico, it includes Cancun, Isla Mujeres, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, and a couple other places. But out of all of those places, the most investable place for me, which means that it's a place that not only can I go there and not have to spend a lot of money to live if I want to live there for a couple months, but also I can just Airbnb it if I'm not there and still make a decent amount of money. The most feasible place with the price was Playa del Carmen. Now, a couple people said Tulum and they thought Tulum was nice, but see, the issue with Tulum is that the beach is too far from the city. And also, Tulum isn't as it isn't as city metropolitan like. It's more like a nature and stuff like that. So it is not my real vibe. I'm more of a city person. Cancun, far too expensive. Everything that you wanted to in Cancun would have to be in a hotel zone because the downtown zone from Cancun is not very big on a place where people stay. Isla Mujeres, I didn't even look at it. I can't even tell you. But Playa del Carmen fits everything that I wanted. See, Playa del Carmen has a street called Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue is like very metropolitan, very where all the people come in and they want to rent, they want to stay. Also, it's only 10-minute walk from Playa del Carmen to the beach. So basically, Playa del Carmen is very similar to my place in South Beach, Miami, because you can walk from your place and from where all the bars and stuff at on Fifth Avenue to the beach and get there in 10 minutes. So guess what I did? The first step is I said, okay, how much can I afford to spend? Now, personally, I own properties and I have equity in them. Equity meaning, I can borrow money because the house is worth maybe $215,000. I mean, I owe maybe $215,000 on the house and it's worth $380,000. So that 80% of that middle part of equity, I can borrow out. Right now, I gotta fix my credit a little bit to borrow more. But let's just say I can get $60,000 out, right? Then I can go to 60, and I'm going to show you guys because I want to show you as I talk to it. I went to this site, mind you. First thing I did, I went to the site to see for myself. The site that I went to is right here. All right, now in Mexico, they don't have like an MLS. They don't have like Realtor.com. They don't have Zillow, but they have things that are similar that real estate companies do. This one I found was point to point. And basically, the first thing I did was I said, you know what, I don't want to spend $150,000 to $100,000 or more on a property in Mexico because I don't know how that's going to translate. I don't want to just take $150,000 out and just put it in another country. So I said, let me start off small. If I can get something for 0 to 70,000, I'll feel more comfortable. So the first thing I did is sort by price low to high, right? Now, when I went price low to high, of course, you got to go like this. But here's another thing. Remember, I told you guys you want to be close to Fifth Avenue and Playa del Carmen because that is where everything is close to. So, and I'm going to get to your comments too once I show you one or two places. So the first thing I did was I did that, right? Then instead of scrolling down and going for the cheapest price, I went to map. See, because now when you go to map, not only do you get the thing on the right, but now you can look at the area you want to look at. Now, in Playa del Carmen, the best area in my calculations, and from me being a real estate person in the States and understanding how Miami is, the best place to look for a place would be central Playa del Carmen. So I zoomed in and scrolled over to Playa del Carmen to the central area. Now, as you can see, there are higher prices. Most of the prices are high, but as you can see, I sorted from low to high, so it's going to show the low prices first. And this is the one that I saw. Now, I don't know, somebody might buy it here, but right now, if I was to buy this right now, I've already linked up with them. At first, I found one. All right, so I found one that I thought I can get, right. 47,000 is like if you don't look right, let me zoom in a little bit more. It's 47,000, and if you look exactly where it's at, it's about a 10-minute walk from the beach, 15-minute walk from the beach, and it is a 5-minute walk from. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. Right here, this is like Quinta. This is Avenue 5 right here, Avenue 5th. So if you see where I'm circling right here, this is 5th Ave. So it's literally 1-2 blocks from 5th Avenue, and it's 47,000 USD. So I looked at the place. I said, all right, boom. Now I don't know any. I speak Spanish, but mi español es no muy bueno. Yo hablo español, pero es mi mismo. I mean, it's poquito. So I went to view listing, right? And I'm just showing you guys how I did it. And I said, okay, the most important thing for me is to have security. Now the place looks small. It's cool because, like I said, I wanted to make sure I invest small for my first place. It's small, but I said, oh, I could really do this. 1 bed, 1 bath, nice little balcony in it. But the only thing I wanted to make sure is that it has security. So I said, okay, now I can't call nobody and speak Spanish. So what do I have to do? I have to get to a realtor. And you know what I did? I got in contact with Century 21 because they're the listing agent for this property. And guess what they did? They sent me an agent to what did we do? She Zoom called me last Friday and we had a talk. And basically she said she wants to Zoom call me this Friday when she gets all the details on this property right here. So like I said, this is the only property that I've seen for this price in that area. So this is the property I'm going to be working with her right now. But if I don't get this property, I'm going to have to probably wait 2 or 3 years so I can get the whole 70,000 that you mostly need. Now let me get to you guys' questions since we talked about this property already. Let's go. Where we go? We're going. All right, let me go. Where did I leave off at? Okay, yes. There's. Let me see. Oh man. Okay, so we ended up here. All right, we ended up here. What did you say? Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying about 5 and 6. Yeah, it's been a long. Like I said, it's 90 days since I've been able to go live. This part, he might have been talking about Colombia, but here's the thing about Mexico and buying a property in Mexico. There is most likely no financing. You may be able to find financing on a new construction building, but most of the time they don't provide financing for people in the United States. You have to have some Mexico income coming in, like a job or something, for them to get some kind of financing. And even at that point, it's like a high financing rate. So you have to have either all cash. You have to have all cash. You have to have cash, or home equity, where you can use a home equity line of credit. Let's see. And yes, I speak Spanish. Let's see. I know you're talking about Colombia. I want to talk about UA because I'm headed in a few weeks. I actually do my video comment. No, I'm gonna get back to the exchange rate in the airport is gonna be trash too, man. You might you'll get a better rate at your bank in your states because you won't have any exchange fees. Also, the hotel rate was trash too. The hotel was probably just as bad as the airport when it came to exchanging currency. And I didn't see any currency exchange places in Dubai. So I definitely would I would exchange here if you could. Let's see. Playa del Carmen is yes. Yes, and that's another thing I wanted to say about Playa del Carmen. There's a lot of expats there, so the prices aren't like Cancun. And if you guys see my Black Man's Guide to Quintana Roo, the prices in Cancun are like ridiculous, but the prices in Playa del Carmen are like local prices. Of course, you're gonna get some gringo prices here and there, but even the way they gringo you in Playa del Carmen is not how they gringo you in Cancun. It's not how they may gringo you in Isla Mujeres. But Playa del Carmen is a very expert, and shout out to BG over there and Social Light Skin. Social Light Skin and BG both over there right now, and they've been expating for Social Light Skin was expating for like a year. BG been expating for like maybe 2 years. Let's see. Appreciate it, Summer Breeze. Appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna go another 4 minutes on this topic, and then we're gonna switch over to my next topic. Let's see any questions on Mexico. Do you use a foreign phone in Mexico? No, I have Sprint, and my phone works pretty much anywhere in the world, or T-Mobile, Swift, Sprint, whatever it is now. And my phone works anywhere in the world. I don't even buy SIM cards or any of that anymore. Google Flights is definitely your best option in my experience. In my experience, whenever you're going anywhere, Google Flights, you get the lowest amount. Let's see. All right, we're gonna keep. I know I'm getting to Google Fi Phone. I don't know, that's not my thing. Let's see. All right. This is the kind of stuff they should teach in school. Never written history. Kids, yeah, here's the thing about this though, man. Like a lot of this stuff, we got 3 minutes left. A lot of this stuff is not gonna be ever taught in schools because you gotta understand, in the United States, the reason why people that are wealthy stay wealthy is because they miseducate the poor. If you miseducate the poor, they'll never get a chance to be wealthy. It doesn't matter how much money they get. If you miseducate the poor, and I don't just talk about black or white or Spanish, but the poor in general, anybody under the poverty line, if you miseducate them, it's rare that they get a chance to get a lot of money. And if they do, they're gonna spend it frivolously. Let's see. What's going on, Jay Brass? Welcome back. Make sure to connect with a lawyer down there. Yes. Well, here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing with Mexico and a lawyer. A lawyer is good to have, but after doing research, in Mexico they have something called a fisa comiso, and basically what that is a notary, and the notary is assigned to you by the state of Mexico. That is your notary. Without having a fisa comiso, no real estate transaction can ever happen in Mexico. The fisa comiso does everything to you. The best thing to have a lawyer for, or a buyer's broker, is because you're going to need to translate all of this stuff on your mortgage into English, because everything in Mexico is done in Spanish. So that's, as far as a lawyer, I'm not going to say it's not needed. It's always good to have if you want. It helps you feel better. But if you get a good fisa comiso and you have a good mortgage broker who speaks English, and they can translate that give you two different, because like I said, everything is done in Spanish, but you can get a English copy too. And if they can explain that, maybe you bring it back to your states and you have a lawyer in the states explain to you what that verbiage means, you'll be all right. I don't know about actually getting a Mexican lawyer. You know what I mean? That's that part. If you finna Airbnb, let me know, because I want to bring women to the crib. I feel you, man. Listen, when I get an Airbnb, I'm gonna put it up because I'm gonna offer, some amenities, because I know what I would want. And if I make my Airbnb the way I want it, then I'll Airbnb to people. But you probably still have to use the Airbnb thing for the first couple times. If people are financially sound, yes, Haitian ambassador. That's exactly what I was saying. You probably said it before I said it. Real estate lawyer for sure. We spoke about that. Captain said we'll keep an eye on them. If you own property, HELOCs are probably the best way. Yes, foreign loans overseas, they want local fund. Exactly. Facts. That's what I said. And that's the way I'm going with the HELOC. I already got a HELOC for like some money, but if I really right now, it feels like if I don't get this property, but it's 47 right now, and I don't, it's not a guarantee I'm gonna get this property. But if I don't get this property here, then most likely I'm gonna have to spend like $70,000. So I'm gonna have to wait 2 to 3 years to buy the property, and that way I'm going to be able to save some money. All right, so we had 11 o'clock. So let's go to the next one. All right, boom. The next one is the Miami update. All right. So in the background, I guess I'll play my Miami video, because I didn't prepare for the Miami update. Let's see. I'm gonna give you guys a Miami update from my words. All right. Let's turn the sound down on this one. Me and the homie DJ Chiz will be in the car right now. All right. All right, so you guys see that, right? All right, cool. All right. So next we're gonna talk about Miami. As you guys know, as you guys should know, I have a condo in Miami South Beach. I am in a great area on the water, the Bayside, and I've been going down there every other weekend. Like during the week, I have my son. He stays with me. I take him to school. Every other weekend, I go down there and hang out. Recently, Miami, I believe it was April 12th, Miami went back to 100% open. When I say 100% open, I mean bars at 100% capacity. Clubs back open. Strip clubs back open. Everything back open in Miami. And I mean, it is live, yo. Listen, if you haven't seen the video, shout out to DJ Chisel, man. I got to shout DJ Chisel as much as he in the video right there every time, as much as I can, because when I first came down to Miami for my second time ever in my life, DJ Chisel, from that point on, he's always been putting me in the right circles and the right stuff for knowing what to do in Miami. And we went the last time, this is just Saturday, we went to Mango's, right? And Mango's was amazing. Mango's has different type of rooms. It's right on Ocean Drive. It's on the corner of 9th Avenue or 9th Street and Ocean Drive. It's a definite must go to. Also, I'm working on the video. If you guys have already seen my other video about the party bus and the pool party. Shout out to Sarah Miami. I have her phone. If you guys hit me on Instagram, you want it, her phone number and her Snapchat. She'd rather be connected by Snapchat first, but she hooked me up with the let me show you guys. She hooked me up with the most slammingest pool. It was so crazy. The most slamming pool party slash actually, I'm gonna tell you what it was. For $50, right? You get a ride in a party. You get the ride in party bus from South Beach to the hotel, and it gets you entrance into the Guitar Hotel or the Hard Rock Hotel, where they had a VIP pool party in the VIP pool area. And that, if you haven't seen this video, it was wild. It was wild. Let me try to make this video a little bit bigger for those who haven't seen it yet. You can go to my page and also see it. Let's put theater mode on. There we go. All right. But this video, it was wild, man. And like I said, some people say, oh, it was young, white, black, but regardless, it was a wild video. It was a wild time, man. And the party bus was jumping. So, like I said, Miami is a place you definitely want to go. The prices are getting a little bit higher, but it's definitely want to go. And they just opened up Live. I do plan on going to Club Live. I was talking to DJ Chisel, and we got to work something out because I'm not doing. I don't know. 5,000 for a table, which is out of the question. 3,000 if I could bring my boys here from Jersey also, and Jeezy Chisel, we can get a table for 3,000. But 5,000 is just way too much money to buy a table, man. For me, at least. Not why I'm trying to get a property in Mexico. But Live is a place I'm going to go. Club 11 is a place I'm going to go. There's still a lot of places I'm going to go when I get to when I go back to Miami. And I'm going back to Miami on Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I'm going to Miami from Wednesday to Sunday. So I'm going to be there for a longer period of time. And I'm going to bring the computer so we can go live in Miami. Let me see if I know there's a lot of questions I'm missing. I'm missing a lot of questions. Best way to get foreign part. Yeah, financing. I hope there's somebody in the room that's explaining to them that it's going to be hard to finance in out of the country. Let's go. Where do most young black professionals live in Miami? What areas are the properties? All right, in Miami, and I hope I didn't skip anybody else talking about Miami. Let me scroll up real quick. Oh yeah, Dre. I would get the 20th Century 21 realtor to run it for me because the brokers who you get buy the property from, they most likely always have a property management place also. But let's get back to here. All right. So where do most young black professionals live in Miami? Most young black professionals in Miami live in Brickell. Most professionals in Miami live in Brickell. There aren't a lot of black, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I'm not giving you guys facts or nothing. Well, I'm not gonna say it's facts, but in my opinion, it is. There aren't a lot of black Americans that live on South Beach because it's highly expensive. It's highly expensive to live on South Beach. So there aren't a lot of black, like basically I've only seen one other black person in my building. I could be wrong, but I've only seen, and I've been there since October, on and off. I've only seen one other black person in my building. So, but Brickell, all of the black people and all the black professionals live there. They rent there. Also, downtown Miami. Also downtown Miami. Let me see. A lady I work with told me I should go to Mango's when I went to Florida in 2019, but I didn't have a chance because, yikes. Now I see. Yo, listen, Mango's is different, man. Mango's is different. Let me get back to Mango's. I'm gonna get to Jabril and Passport Action because shout out to them too because I like what they be doing. They doing also over there also. But let's get back to my videos. Let's go back here. Let's go back to Mango's. All right. Yeah. Like I said, they kept telling me about Mango's, but when I first went, Mango's was closed. When I first went and when I second went, Mango's was completely closed. They had to board it up and everything through the whole pandemic. And then when they opened up, I seen why. I went to South Beach during spring break, mid-March. I was there also during spring break, but it wasn't March because I was in Houston. I was in Atlanta for All-Star Weekend. But around that time, and it was crazy. It definitely was crazy. Crazy is definitely the word, Nick. Let me see that. Most black professionals 30 minutes. Okay, GC. Yeah, Broward also has a lot of black people that live there too. Broward definitely does. Professionals, I don't know, man. I would think they live in Brickell, but Broward definitely has a lot of black people there. Local blacks don't live in. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, Chris Spencer. Pembroke Pines. I have a couple people I know that live in Pembroke Pines also. I don't waste a dime trying to meet women. I love foreign women. Well, here's the thing, Captain. In Miami Beach, there are a lot of foreign women, bro. It's a lot of foreign women. I mean, Venezuelan, Argentinian, Cuban galore. Cuban might not even be foreign in Miami because there's so many of them. And Colombian. Like, they're in there, bro. Like I've run into a lot of them, man. A lot of them, bro. And listen, if you guys haven't seen, you remember the video I had with the Cuban lady that at the end of the video, that was it. All right, so let's go. We got 2 more minutes in Miami, and then we can go to the next topic. So if you got any questions about Miami, and then we're going to go to the next topic. We got 2 more topics, and then I'll get to your questions if you got any questions about anything. Yeah, I know. I mean, they still look good, GC. They still look good, but it's normal. Like, I'd say about 6 out of 10 women that you meet in there are going to be Cuban in Miami. So yeah, it's like that. I don't want to catch a grape chart. Oh, man. I don't know, man. To me, it's basically how you move around. Anything's possible. Anything is possible, though, man. I don't blame you, but anything is possible. But the way I see it is this. Right now, Miami is the best choice for me, at least, from what I'm trying to do with getting foreign women, for hanging out with foreign women. Yes, Mexico actually is coming up again. Mexico is probably the second best close foreign choice. But with everything else that's happening other places around the world, and I think Costa Rica is all right also. Don't get me wrong, but I believe Costa Rica doesn't require a PCR test to get in, and it's open to Americans or United States citizens. So Costa Rica might be third after Mexico and after Miami Beach. Helio North is North Cuba. Oh, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. That is a fact, man. All right, so we 10 minutes in. Let's go to the next one. Okay, everybody, let's stop this right. The next thing we're going to talk about is financial talk. Now, I was trying to show you guys my Cash App. I was but I didn't want people to start sending me money. So I decided not to go show you my Cash App, but let's talk about it. Recently, the last time I did a live, one of the last times I did a live, I told you guys that I was investing money in GameStop and Bitcoin. I invested $467 in GameStop. I invested $500 in GameStop. I lost $462. No, that's not right. That's not right. My fault. I invested 600 in GameStop. I lost $260 something, so I end up having like $440 that I pulled out of GameStop before when it went to where it's at now. So I basically lost like 200 and some change on GameStop. However, something told me instead of putting the whole $1,000 that I was going to do in GameStop, I put $500 into Bitcoin. Bitcoin jumped. It was right before Elon started talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin jumped. I think I brought it at 38. It jumped from 38 to 43. And I seen the jump and I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. That's before Elon started talking. I said, that's crazy. I just made like something like 20% of my money like in 3 days. So I'm like, all right, let me just YOLO it. I got money I could waste. Let me just YOLO it. And I put, how much I put? I put another 1,500 in it. So I had 2,000 in it. And that's when Elon spoke. And it went from like 42 to like 55 or something like that. And I end up making like within 2 months, I made $1,100 off a $3,000 investment. So I put 25 million. I put 25 after the first initial 500 actually. I made $1,100 in 2 months off a $2,500 investment. That woke me up. Because everybody knows, yes, I have a 401k with Vanguard, and that was that. But I never really did stocks heavy. I never did, Bitcoin or anything like that. But now I watch it every day faithfully. I watch Meet Kevin. I watch CNBC. I watch Bloomberg Television. I watch Yahoo Finance faithfully every day. And right now I am literally invested in like 6 different stocks, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And right now it's definitely looking good for me. I've got it to the point now where hold on. If you had to choose between Fort Lauderdale and Wynwood, Miami, for a lit night, which is better? Oh, I'll answer this one. Fudge. It depends. On a Thursday, I would say Wynwood. On a Friday, it can go both ways, but I would probably lean more towards Fort Lauderdale because Fort Lauderdale clubs on Las Olas Boulevard are open till 4 a.m. I didn't see that same thing in Miami in Wynwood, but Wynwood is a good second place. Do you already have property in Mexico? No. If so, do you have any trouble with residents keeping up with their rent in places like that? That's another thing I would not do. You got boogers, wipe your tissue, Xavier. Get the tissue off your table. I would not rent to long-term residents in another country. It doesn't make any sense to me. I know it's a better investment. If I'm going to rent long-term, it's a better investment to rent long-term in the States because the money you make is more, and plus the laws are more stringent towards you being a United States citizen. Good job. Put it in the garbage. But let's back to this one. He said wins. Okay, some people say Wynwood. He said chasing the meme stock. Like yeah. That's what happened when I did. But if it wasn't for the meme stocks, honestly, I would never have been the type of investment person that I am now, and I wouldn't be as deep in this now. I'm gonna tell you some companies that I invest in. Let me look at my Cash App. I'll tell you what companies I'm currently invested in right now. Tell you guys. All right. So right now, I'm currently invested in J.P. Morgan Chase, Home Depot, Tesla, Alphabet, Nike, JetBlue, Amazon, and Apple. Now, the reason why I'm investing in these is because it's a diverse group of things. It's not all tech. It's not all financial. It's a diverse group. So like right now, when some of mine are down, some of mine are up. Like the other day, Amazon was up. Apple was up. But JetBlue was down. Nike was down. JP Morgan was down. Home Depot was down. Tesla flipped up and up. But now, JP Morgan is up. Home Depot is up. Tesla is up. Alphabet is on the borderline, but JetBlue, Amazon, and Apple are all down. See, that's diversifying my portfolio, and I keep putting money in. I put basically almost my whole check into it every week because regardless of what it is right now, it's almost guaranteed that in the 2 to 3 years that I may need to buy this Mexico property, it's going to be higher than what it is now. It's going to be higher. So that's what I invest in. And as far as Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, I invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum, my fault. Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Bitcoin right now is doing pretty good. I think I bought in a bit originally after I sold everything to pay off some debt. I brought in Bitcoin again at like 47, and then it went down to 45. I bought more. I didn't get it when it was down to 42, but now it's at 56, so I'm up. So that's my thing. Okay, let's go. Yeah, you're right. Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. Thoughts on Dogecoin? My friends are gamblers. My friends are strictly gamblers. They bet on almost everything. I even seen Meek Mills just put 50,000 on Dogecoin. For me, the risk isn't worth the reward because I'm a long-term investor, meaning I think for the long-term future. Now, yes, I could take a gamble and put 10,000 into Dogecoin and hopefully make 20,000, make another 10,000, match it up. But if I lose that, am I willing to take that thing? No, I'm not. So it's basically based on your risk tolerance, man. Because if you in and out, I know somebody that they put like $100 in like 3 days ago, and 3 days later they got like $500 off of that, or not 500, they got like 200 and some change off of that, which is more than 100% investment in a 3 day span. So yeah, like it depends what your risk tolerance is, man. It's the same with AMC, yes, and GME, yes. Fudge the television. Yo, what's going on, Backpack Mo? I see you, man. What country you in now? All right, let's see the last topic. I think this last topic is, well, that was stock updates. Last topic is the financial talk. All right. So right now, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. The reason why I'm so heavily looking at stocks and other ways of investment is because with the money printing that the Fed and the government is doing right now, if you don't do something now to make sure that the rest of your family is good, your family will never have a time to come up again. When I say your family, your generations, I mean, if you got kids, they'll never have a chance to catch up. Like the house, if you've seen housing right now, housing is outrageous. And everyone says, not everyone, but some people might think it's a bubble, but it's not. It's going to go higher and higher for at least, even the analysts say it's going to go higher and higher for at least 2 to 3 more years. So if you figure this, do you want to do whatever you can do now to make the most money? And they have different things. Like I have a business. I own real estate. I also have my YouTube business. So I was able to take a PPP loan. It was good, but it's not sufficient enough to keep the business going if they allow these tenants to not pay rent in other places. So you gotta decide what you're gonna do, man, because there's money out there if you go looking for it. But you can't just let your money sit in the bank, because that's the worst thing you can do. If you let your money sit in the bank, you're gonna lose a lot of money. If you're just going to work every day, you taking that money and you just spending it, your future's not gonna look bright. In my opinion. So, you know, I want my people, like I said, I have videos all over the world. You know I'm down with the parties, I'm down with all that stuff, but I want my people to be financially educated as well, because it's gonna get nasty in a couple years, man. All right, so 11:20, we got 10 minutes left, and we've been in for an hour. So whatever questions you got about anything you want to talk about, put them in the chat, and we can go at it, man. We can talk about it, man. We got 10 more minutes. I'll go over if anybody have any questions after that, man. Let's see how I scroll up if I'm missing anything. Let's see. Okay. Any questions? Let's see. How many chains should I wear in Cuba? I mean, Colombia. Well, you can wear as many chains as you want in that Colombia. In Colombia with an O right now, I would say -2 chains. I wouldn't wear anything. I wouldn't even wear no jewelry right now. I may wear an earring, but I'm not wearing no watch, no bracelet, no chain right now. Because right now, I see Colombia like this. Colombia with an O, of course. I haven't seen that. Like with Colombia with a U, you wear whatever you want to wear. At least one eggplant. Let's see. Egypt is the next country you're going to? That's dope. Yeah, Egypt is open too. I have a Egyptian friend who's my coworker, and he goes back and forth because he owns a condo in Egypt, and he goes back. He has family over there. He said Egypt is open. They don't have as many restrictions, I guess, but he says it's open, so you're gonna be good there. And plus, I think Mary Jane. Oh, that's what I should talk about. Other travel channels that you check out. I've been checking out lately over. Mary Jane Bynum has a she's a big YouTube traveler, and she be over in Dubai, but she's been recently been in Egypt, so I know it's good over there. How much money should I take for Mexico? Okay, it really depends where you're going and how long you're going for. If you're going for a week in Mexico, if you're not just staying in a hotel Cancun area, you can get away with maybe $1,000 in a week. If you stay in Playa del Carmen, you can definitely get away with $1,000 a week. Isla Mujeres, yes. Tulum, yeah, maybe. But just to be on the safe side, if you're going anywhere else besides Playa del Carmen or Isla Mujeres, you want to bring like 1,500. You taking the vax in order to travel? That's not going to be a thing, I don't believe, because if you understand how the United States government works, you understand that the Fed is in control of a lot of stuff, but it's also down to the individual states who want to whatever rules the individual states have. Like they can say you can't travel. The Fed, Joe Biden or the government can say you're not allowed to travel from state to state without a COVID vaccine or a negative test. However, a place like Florida, which has said it already, can say, well, we don't care. We're not going to check for them. And the government can't do nothing. See, that's a lot of things that people don't really know how the government works. So they sometimes when something comes out, they'll believe it right off the hand, but that's not how the government works. There's a guy that hands you toilet paper when you're in the bathroom peeing. Oh, there was a Cuban guy that was in the bathroom of the pool party I was at. And he was doing it. There's always like that. He give you gum, you leave a tip, all that stuff. But I don't know about handing toilet paper though. He probably would. I don't know. Let's see. I'm taking the vax. See, that's the whole thing. Me personally, I'm not against the vax. It's just I'm not going to be the test dummy. Give me like 2 or 3, 4 years. Give me 3, 4 years of seeing the side effects of the vax before I decide, you know what, I'm going to take the vax, and this one I'm going to take. I'm not going to take this one. I'm not going to take this one. I'm going to take this one because I've seen the side effects. But no one ever thought about this. What if you find out in 2 years or in 1 year that vaccination stops you from having kids? Maybe some of you guys don't want kids. Maybe some of you guys have kids, you don't want more kids. That's a big thing for me. I don't want to risk that unless I know fully. So I'm going to give it 2 or 3 years before I take it. Me personally, I'm not one that say, oh, anti-vax. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. That's not me. What about for a weekend? For a weekend in Mexico, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It depends. With your hotel paid for, you can go to Cancun, take $500. Be honest with you. You go to Cancun with $500 for the weekend, and you be all right. You know what I mean? Especially if you use Uber Beats. I mean, you can take maybe $600. You'd be all right. Same thing apply to Carmen. You take about $500. You'd be all right for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How do you get who's in Isla Mujeres? How do you get women in Isla Mujeres? On my guide, I told you guys you can talk to the young taxi drivers. Taxi drivers, they'll take you to get it. They take you to a chick, or they take you to a daycare worker, or they'll take you to get her and bring her back to your place. The other option is you can call Uber Beats, and you can pay Uber Beats for the girlfriend experience, where the Uber Beats daycare worker she'll stay overnight with you on the island, and then you got to pay for all her stuff. You got to pay for her room. You got to pay for her transportation there on the ferry and back, and food, and you can do that through Uber Eats. Let's see. I want to buy a spot in Rio, but I guess I'm gonna need to save for a few more years since financing is not an option. Yes, yes. Rio's another place, and right now, I think the Brazilian real to reais to United States is like 5 point some. I mean, let me not be wrong. I can just look it up. How much is $1 in Brazilian reais?
$1 equals
5.35. Yeah, it's 5.35. So you can get a nice deal, but you got to pay all in cash, man. Oh, that happens in Egypt. Okay. Roughly, how much have you made from your stocks in the last 5 years, bruh? I literally just started doing stocks. Like I've made a lot in the 10 years that I had my 401k. I made a lot. It was the most boomingest economy they ever had prior to the COVID pandemic. I made a lot of money off of stocks on my 401k, and I was able to take that money out because of the CARES Act thing. I made a lot of money off my stocks, but with me strictly stock investing, picking the stocks myself so far, so I made 1,100 off of Bitcoin, right? Ethereum, I probably made 100 off of Ethereum, and currently my stocks, I am up. No, I'm down $81. So you can say I've made something like 1,200 off of between stocks and what's the name. Even though I haven't sold these stocks yet, 1,200. I've only taken 11, but yeah, about 1,200. You said bugging. If you invest, somebody had asked me a question before. Hold up. I told you I'd get back to this one. Hold up. I can't go all the way back up. All right. I believe it was something like streams of income. So for me, I have multiple streams of income because I believe that multiple streams of income is the only way that you're going to be free. People, let me get to that. I'm gonna get to that one too. But wait, let me go here first. All right, I'm gonna stop with you, GC. All right, so people believe that we are free because we're not slaves anymore. Like we don't have chains, we don't pick cotton and stuff like that. As far as black people, we don't do none of that stuff. But you're not really free unless you can move without restriction. If you don't have money, it limits how you can move. So I feel as though if you work for a job, then the job controls how you move. If you don't have investments, if you have a job and investments, then you can still be free. But if you only have a job and that job determines how much you can work, you can only work based on how many hours they allow you, then you are still somewhat a slave to the job. Therefore, myself, I feel as though you have to have multiple streams of income. So I do. I have a job, and the reason why I have a job, you guys know what I work. The reason why I have a job is FedEx, is because I want my kids to know that just in case they are not entrepreneurs like I am, they won't have to struggle at a job because I will leave them some stuff where they can still, like I will leave them houses or something like that where they can still work at the rate they want to work rather than having to work no matter how much they want to work. Now, if my kids are entrepreneurs, well, then I also have a stream of income through YouTube. I also have a stream of income through real estate. I am now dabbling in stocks. And on top of all those, I'm thinking of getting a franchise. That's my fifth form of real estate that I'm thinking about. But the franchise is more like when I'm 40 something. Right now the next thing is the property internationally. So I have multiple streams of income, and that's how I travel and stuff. Like, yes, I make money off of YouTube. Honestly, I don't care about telling you guys how much I make off of YouTube. I make about $500 a month off of YouTube, and some people say that and they like, oh, he making it up. He either make more, he make less. But I don't mind showing my analytics. YouTube Studio. Let's go to analytics. Let's go to revenue. See, this month so far I made 433 off of this, and you also get some more off of what's the name? Now, Here, look, you guys can see my monthly revenue that I've made already. In December, now mind you, look, I didn't share the screen. Hold up. In December, I told you guys that I normally make 500, but in December I did the what did I do? What is that thing called? The Vlogmas. I did Vlogmas. So as you guys can see, I made like $1,200 in December off of Vlogmas. In January, I made like 900 because it was still coming off of the Vlogmas. In February, I made 570, and then in March 500, and then 498, and then now I'm going to make probably another 500 because I started posting more videos since I'm able to do live again. So like I said, YouTube is a cool stream of income, but it's not my only stream of income. It's not even. It's probably top 3. It might be my 3rd highest stream of income. But between my job and real estate, you know, I could travel the world. I can do all this stuff without getting paid $1. So that's why a lot of people ask me why I don't turn my super chats on, because I want you guys to know that when I'm doing this just to help, and I'm not just saying it's definitely not only for black people. That's not what I do. I just do it for people that can use the help. I'm a black person, so you should be able to relate to me if you're black. But I do it for whoever wants to find another way. So when I don't accept PayPals, I don't accept Cash Apps, and I don't accept super chats, it's because I want you guys to know this is all authentic. I don't have to do this. I just do this because I want to, tell my story. All right, so let's get to now we got that. Now we got that at hand. Let's get to what's the name? All right. Honest Tomato, what's the Uber Beats number? If you want the Uber Beats contact information, you got to hit me up on Instagram. You guys understand that Uber Beats is an international thing, so I can only get it out on Instagram. The information on that on Instagram. What the hell is Uber Beats? Well, Ronald Blanco, you got to go hit my Black Man's Guide to Quintana Roo, Mexico, or the Mexican Recap if you want to know what Uber Beats is. I'm finna order Uber Beats. I don't know what Uber Cheeks is, but you guys know Uber Beats. Ask them for the Instagram. Yeah, it was much appreciated, Nick. Bro, are you keeping your properties? The reason I asked is because I have a few more in Irvington I put on the market. I've been getting offers over asking. Yes, I am keeping my properties because my properties are in prime locations. One of my properties is in West Orange. You guys know West Orange is a great location. That was my first property. My other property is in Newark, and it's in a prime location of Newark, where I could get more. I could get way more rent than I charge, but I'd rather charge less money for rent and get good quality tenants like the tenants I have now. I could charge maybe like $100 to $150 more, but the quality of tenants may differ, may change. So me personally, I don't think that getting a house is going to be any easier in the future. I don't know if I would be selling right now. It's up to you, really. Which is a better nightlife for a lot of the Miami? Or Wynwood. It's tough, man. It's really tough, man. It depends what you like. Fort Lauderdale is going to have a lot of snow bunnies there, and I like Wynwood better. I do. But Fort Lauderdale is still fun. It's still fun. Unless you have a better investment to parking the money. If you're making money off the property, yeah, don't sell, definitely. And it's tempting. Here's the whole thing. It's very tempting. Now, if you own property right now, it's very tempting not to sell because you can get almost $50,000 to $60,000 more than what your property is worth. Like this property I have, one property I have in Newark is probably worth $380,000 on Zillow, $390,000, right? I can probably get like $450,000 out of it because of how well I built it and gutted out the interior and how well it works as a prospect. I could probably get $450,000 out of it, and I walk away with $450,000, and I only owe $220,000 on it. That means I walk away with $220,000. That means I could pay off my property in Miami and pay off most of my property in West Orange. But when something cash flows, you don't just do it like that, man. It's tough though. It is tough. So I understand. Yeah, I definitely understand, Whiskey. I definitely understand. Right now, it's painful for us homeowners to not want to sell property when we know we can get top dollar for it. It's very hard. It's very hard. So the most we can do is try to take the home equity line of credit out. But even then, it's hard because You got to have your good debt to income ratio. Yeah, GC. If that's the only thing, I'm not gonna say if you work a 9 to 5. I'm just saying if that's your only source of income, a 9 to 5, still a slave. It's called generation. Yeah, definitely, man. Generational wealth, man. Definitely. Appreciate the perspective, homework. Thanks, EA. All right, so we over an hour. I hope y'all appreciated that. We're gonna get to the last questions and then we're gonna get up out of here. We'll do more lives. I just didn't want to overdo this one. We got 75 people in the room. I hope you hit the like button. Man, about to open up a Wingstop. I don't know, maybe not a Wingstop, but my homie, shout out to billionaire Bill Gates, my homie, from like a long time. He owns a couple Popeyes in the area I live, and he said when I'm ready to bust that move and I got the capital, he gonna help me run that thing. I'm gonna do a partnership first before I buy my own franchise. I would do a partnership where I bring money and I learn the business. But that's got to be when I'm like 40 something and I'm only 36. It has to be when I'm 40 something because I gotta have the time to sit down and do all that stuff. I ain't really with it right now. Generational wealth couldn't be established by black people over the years due to the foundation. That's a fact. System rollbacks. There's a lot of stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff. So that's why, like I said, I don't charge anybody for anything. I don't charge and I don't ask for money because I think before they used to put it behind books because black people didn't read. Now I feel as though they put it behind money. They charge you for courses. They ask for not for everybody. You ask for donations, and if you don't say donation, then you don't get the information you want. But me, I'm putting it out there because this video is gonna be out for forever, man. You're gonna be able to go back to this video and you might learn something from it, or somebody might learn something from it. So I feel you, Caribbean Casanova. Let's see. Yo, Black Ham TV in the building. What's up, man? Hold a minute, roll the goddamn tape, boy. Yo, welcome back, Roll the Goddamn Tape. We here, man. Yo, if y'all haven't subscribed to Roll the Tape yet, also Black Ham TV, I think he got a page also. But if you haven't subscribed to Roll the Tape and Black Ham TV, make sure y'all subscribe to their page. They be going live with great issues and stuff you want to hear out too, man. Prom location in Newark. I swear times have changed. Yo, listen, bro. Hey, yo, let me tell you something real quick. Hold up. Never in my life did I believe that you would be able to sell a property downtown Newark for over $1 million. It's like a fourplex. It's a fourplex. It's on Broad Street, and they won $1 million. Never in my life, bro. I grew up in Newark. I grew up in East Orange. I grew up in Irvington. Like Essex County's been my thing, bro. I even had some stints in Montclair. Never in my life. And then there's not even just one. There's like 3 or 4 properties going for over $800,000. That's fourplexes in the area by the train. It blows my mind, man. So yes, prime location Newark could be crazy. Charging less get you high quality tenants. Yes. Let me tell you why charging less, GC, gets you, in my opinion. Let me tell you why charging less gets you higher quality tenants. Because when you charge less, you get more of a variety of people to pick from. When you charge a high amount, you get tenants that might be high sedity. You got tenants that might be expecting a whole lot more. You got tenants that may pay the money but didn't be a headache. But when you charge a certain amount, when you charge less, maybe $100 less than with the average rent or $150 less than the average rent, well, now I got a whole bunch of tenants I can pick from. When I had my tenants, I had like at least 14 tenants I could pick from between the 2 floors that I have in this house. So it was able to, I was able to pick better tenants that way. I gotta come back to the rest of you guys, but I seen somebody in the room. Jay Clyde, what's up? What's up, Jay Clyde? Yo, salute, man. You in Brazil still? All right, let me get back up here. I'm supposed to be getting to these questions. All right, here we go. Oh, you got to that one already. Roll the tape right there. Let's see. Apex, what's going on, Apex? Oh, Apex living out there. I see you, boy. I see you, man. Yeah. What's your come on, man. Lemon pepper, bro. Lemon pepper. You can't top lemon pepper and Wingstop. I like that chili stuff, but lemon pepper you can't top. Are you using the agency to manage the properties to get high quality tenants? No. I don't use a property manager. I manage all my properties, so I know all my tenants individually. I know them all individually because I only have like six tenants. I only have like 6 tenants. So it's not like a bunch of shoot. No, I don't. 2, 4. I like 8 tenants. I got like 8 tenants. So it's not like a bunch of tenants. And I don't want other people dealing with them because they might not treat them the way that I feel as though they need to be treated. So I'd rather just do it myself. Even my place in Florida. You see, yeah, that too. Let's see. Otherwise, you see, yep, that too. Thoughts on Costa Rica? The crime is rising. Crime everywhere is going to be rising, man, because people are going through hard times. Like, as crazy as people we have it in the United States, it's a lot of other countries that have it way worse during this virus, man. Way worse. As you see what's going on in Colombia. Costa Rica, I would expect something too, but Costa Rica a little bit less because there's a lot of expats there that's been there for a while. A lot of retirees in Costa Rica. Mexico never shut down, so Mexico won't be as bad. But then you look at India, you look at places like people going crazy in Australia, man, because Australia been locked down almost as worse, and Canada, bro. Listen, I don't know who worse, Australia or Canada. Like I said, I thought the UK was bad because and here's the thing, and I'm not gonna say a name because I know she watches my videos. There's a woman that I was supposed to connect with. I've connected with her already. We had a great time. You guys seen her on my videos before, and I'm not going to point it out, but she's from England, and she was supposed to come hang out with me, and we both have a ball because I just bought my Miami property, and you know she bad. She bad. She got a man now because they've been locked down so long in England. Yo, she got a man now because they've been locked down so long in England. So I can't even, like, you know what I mean? And a serious man. So it's like, all right, they serious together. So yeah, but Canada and Australia, like I said, even with the Costa Rica, like crime might be rising, but it's not going to be, I don't feel as though it's going to be that bad because Costa Rica is open now. Let's see. Can you briefly, not briefly, can you, David D, what's up, man? Can you briefly tell me what documents required when you apply for a loan? Okay. When you apply for a loan in the States, you need to have 2 recent pay stubs. You need to, I'm going to point you to MG the mortgage guy. If you put MG the mortgage guy in on the YouTube search, he's a good guy from Jersey. He has good information also. But you're going to need 2 mortgage statements. You're going to also need a credit score right now. You're going to need a credit score over 680. Right now, you're going to need a credit score over 680. You're also going to need to prove you're going to have 2 months statements for your bank. You're going to need what else? You're going to need your credit ran, and you're also going to need to show you got to show your deposit. You got to show the deposit you have. Those are the major things. There's probably some other stuff too, but like I said, MG the mortgage guy, biggerpockets.com, meet Kevin, Graham Stephan, all these people. If you need me to type it to you, just hit me in on my Instagram. All these places on YouTube, especially Bigger Pockets, can give you all the Bigger Pockets on YouTube can give you all the information you need in a simple form. Simple form. What's going on, Tev? I Google Uber Beats. Like I said, if you want the Uber Beats info, you got to hit me up on my Instagram, man. Home loan, yeah. W-2s, yes. Thank you, Whiskey. W-2s. Which property modifications have been the most successful in increasing the property? The most successful property modifications is adding a room. Everybody says, oh, do the kitchen or do the bathroom. No. If you can add a room, like a legal room that has a closet, an entry, and 2 egress or 1 egress window, that's the best property. Like my second floor was a 2-bedroom. I turned it into a 3-bedroom. That could be a possible 4-bedroom because there's another room. I just didn't put a closet there. So yeah, that's the best thing you do. Create a room. Second to that, the bathroom. People like looking at the bathroom for something. The kitchen ain't really, I don't know, HGTV and all that. They say the kitchen is something big, but the bathroom has usually been everything. Back to Jay Cloud. What up, man? Let's see. When is the best time to travel to Colombia? Best is relative. Best is always relative. It's not really the best in rainy season. Rainy season, I believe, is like from like November to February, as rainy to the beginning of February is like rainy season. So I would probably maybe stay out of rainy season. But any other time is pretty good. Just not right now. Right now might not be the best time to go to Colombia. Now, even if you speak Spanish, maybe if you got some connections over there and you know how to move. When I say know how to move, I mean you know how to respect another country and know how to respect yourself and everything around you. Then any time is a good time to go to Colombia. You just got to be willing to do certain things, like willing to come in the house at 8 o'clock, willing to try to meet or knowing how to meet up with chicas on the internet that's going to come to you versus you having to go to them or meet them somewhere like the what's the name, like a party or something. Let's see. I think I'm almost done with the questions. We're gonna be ending at the questions. How deep do it look? 2 months, 60 days. Basically, if you put, and this happened to me a couple times. If you put $10,000 in the account, it has to give what they call time to season. The money has to season, and what they consider seasoning is anything over 60 days. So let's say I put $10,000 into account, and in 61 days pass, they count that $10,000 towards my income. If I put $10,000 in the account and only 59 days pass, they're gonna ask me, prove where you got this $10,000 from. So that's how deep they look into it. That's what they make big deposits. What they really check for. All right. So we almost done here. Oh wow, but we almost all right. Yes. The U.S. is done. I don't think I would never say that. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, Jay Spring. But here's the thing about the U.S. that was really going to change it. It's my opinion. This is my opinion right here. Like I said, it's not a fact either, but here's my opinion. The whole world saw how the U.S. moved through this pandemic. The lockdowns everywhere was so long that people are fighting and getting mad. There's going to be a huge migration to the United States from people of all other countries. They're going to start buying places in Miami, in the United States that they can go to or they can live because they're going to see United States as the beacon of freedom. In my opinion, this is my opinion. Those Browns. Listen, bro. Listen, man. I never believed that North New Jersey could turn into Brooklyn prices, but now I see it could be happening, man. I see how Dumbo happened, man. I see how it happened now. Okay, dang, no channel yet, bro. Dang. Sean, what's going on, man? All right. How much did I spend for my first property? My first property, mind you, everybody know what redlining is, right? If not, let me give you a quick redlining thing. Redlining is when they would not allow black people to move in certain areas because they wanted a certain type of people there. Now I would say I never believe I ever got redlined. However, I knew it was a possibility. So what I did was for my first property, I got a white lady. She was very cool. Shout out to Diane Brady. I got a white lady to just do everything. The people who sold the house never saw me. So I got the house for the $250 they asked for. Not a penny more, not a penny less. They sold me the house for $250. I put down $24,000 that I took out of my 401k. $24,000, no. With closing fees and everything, it cost $24,000, which I borrowed, not took out, but borrowed for my 401k. So that's how much I spent on my property. And that only equated to like 5% plus closing costs for my first property. But like I said, I got that, and the people that never stayed, even at the closing table, they didn't see me. I didn't come afterwards. So, yeah. Let's see. The Dominican Republic too. You know, I'm skeptical about Dominican Republic and buying property over there because it's an island, and islands it can get difficult. I'm not saying it's not work for everybody else, but for me, it won't work. Tell people who think it's bad here to go take a trip to Canada. Yes, that is a big fact. Oh man, I didn't even know he was from Canada, man. Yo, I know it's not my place to speak politically on stuff. It's not my place, and I'm just gonna say because it just don't make sense to me. You got a guy who's out of shape telling people what's best for their health. Blows my mind. Blows my mind how that works. What if you're a retired veteran? You could pay. You're gonna have to provide some source of income. You're still gonna have to provide some source of income. But as a retired veteran, you got a better chance of getting some property. Yeah, everybody does. What other travel vlog? All right, here we go. All right, the other travel vloggers that, and I'm way over the time. The other travel vloggers that I've been watching, Passport Action. Shout out to Passport Action. Passport Heavy. They're doing more videos now. At the beginning, you know, I said before, there's 3 levels for me. There was 3 levels of YouTube people on YouTube. There was like you got the Marwa, who was like a budget traveler. Then you got me, who has money and travels and does stuff. Then you got the Passport Heavy, who's like top of the line production. Now, but they don't do that many videos. But now Passport Heavy is doing a lot more videos. So I think it's every other Thursday they're doing videos. So I've been watching a lot of Passport Heavy. I've also been watching Ace Live from time to time because, you know, because I'm not traveling as much, it doesn't appeal as much to me, but I still support him. So I like and I watch his videos. Also, who else? I watch Roller Tape all the time because Roller Tape is more issues that I want to talk about, like controversial issues that I may not put on my channel, but I want to see how other people respond to it. And that's pretty much it. I know about other YouTubers like O'Shea Brown, Jackson, and Kevin Samuels, but I'm not that old yet, so that stuff don't really like interest me as much. But you know, that's what I watch. Let me see. What's good? Any regrets about Miami? No. There's no. The only thing I could think of is that I love the place I live, but if I would have had more money, I would have wanted to buy something in my building that was more expensive. Because right now, I bought my place for $164,000. That place is now worth $215,000, and I only owe $115 on it, and that was just in a 4-month span. So that was like, it blew my mind, and it had me thinking like, dang, if I would have bought that other property that they wanted 184 that had a balcony, shit, that junk would be worth like $250 right now. But that's not a regret. It's just I didn't really have the money, so it couldn't be a regret. I'll say definitely, man. Oh yeah, you definitely subscribe to some hey, Caribbean Casanova. Send me an Instagram message. I'll subscribe to your channel too. But there's a lot of people like TaylorMade, Third Mundo, Flip Flop TV. I'm probably missing some people. Jay Escape to Dominican. But it's a lot of people who I would suggest if you're gonna want to go to DR to follow. I'm a Spanish from Guatemala, Colombia women. All right, come on. When is the next story time video coming up? It's tough, man. It's tough. It's gonna be. I'm gonna try to do one this year. I'm really going to, but I've been doing so much stuff, and I'm getting back with the lives now. I've been doing so much stuff to actually sit down and do that type of story. I gotta really like call people to make sure I can tell their story. So I'm gonna try to get one in. I've been thinking about it also, but yeah. Medellin for Pablo. All right, we almost at the end. Cool. I'm Afro Latino brother. Okay. I got an apartment in El Poblado. I'm moving May 12th for 4 months. All this is going. I'm not sure if I'm going next week. Ooh. All right. Now this guy that I'm going to mention is going to be a little bit tough. He's older. He's an older military vet, I believe. And his channel is good. It may come off like he's being mean or something, but he does have a lot of good information on his channel. Retired in Medellin. Before you move and decide you want to make that move, definitely watch a couple of his episodes. Maybe even contact him about being retired in Medellin, because he does have some good points, a lot of good points on this stuff. Even though it may come off as a grouchy old man, he has some great content on some stuff. So during this time, and he lives in Medellin, so before this time, if you're definitely going to make that, I would definitely try to contact him to get the inner stuff school. I watched Rami Travel too also. Shout out to somebody that said earlier. China fixing to put. I don't know about that one, but ain't nobody getting no VS to the US. Niggas trying to move to the States. Ain't nothing. Listen. With Biden, there's gonna be some changes, man. I don't know. It might be open. Tickets for Medellin. Should I cancel, y'all? I just saw the COVID news. What's going on over there? May 27th, though, man. That's like at the end of the month. I don't know, man. What other options? The only other options right now that I'm certain of, now almost certain of rather, is Mexico and Costa Rica. Those are the only other options that I can think of. All right, cool. I'll check it out, man. I'm gonna check it out. Like sometimes when people leave messages, I'll be doing so much stuff. Like I got my kids, I've been working and stuff. I definitely get to almost everybody within 24 hours. I haven't ever, I can't recall not getting to somebody within 24 hours. So, or at least 24 hours. 21 people. He said what? Trust me, the Flyway watches. Oh yeah, definitely. What are the next places you will make a guide to? I don't know. Right now, the guides. I've been trying to tell everybody when I made a black man guide, I didn't make it for myself. I didn't make it to just keep it to myself. I want other black men to do black people guides also. I want you guys to give your experience. It's not just for black people, but I want other people to give their experiences as black men as they travel. Because I'm not going to be able to get to all the places that people want to go. I'm not going to be able to do it. Somebody got to do it. Right now, because of the opportunities that's occurring in this pandemic, I'm focusing mostly on finance and getting stuff together. So I'm going to be back and forth to Mexico a lot. Any new places per se, I can't think of any right now, especially with all these restrictions. All right. Only thing watching is Biden and wrote that I'm in Medellin once a month. Okay. All right, fellas, ladies, I appreciate everybody coming in, man. We're back. We're going to have more frequent. It's going to be like at least one live a week. Mondays, we do Money Talk Mondays, if you're new. On I think it's Wednesdays. I don't know if it's Wednesdays or Thursdays. I gotta double check. But either Wednesdays or Thursdays, we're gonna do dating from the millennial dating from the single man's perspective. And that's that. It's your boy FRE$H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't XY, just check out the channel. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.